Okay, fine. Okay, in the last session, we have discussed about the methods, if I remember correctly, right? Methods, method overloading. We have discussed about the strings and the access modifiers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So next topic is about the constructors, right? I hope that not I hope I know that some of you know what is constructor, right? And even I have told you about this in the one of the session as well, like just a rough idea. Okay, so basically constructor in Java is pretty much is same as of the method which is invoked when the object of a particular class is created. In simple terms, it is just methods in which we write something, right? What is the method? What is method is the set of instruction. Same applies to the constructor as well, right? But the only difference in this one is that we cannot use methods to create the objects. We use constructors to create the object of the particular class, and we don't use or we cannot use regular Java methods to initialize something. And to initialize something, when I say initialize something, it means that whenever it means that the memory allocation for the variables declared in the class, or the number of methods, something else is uh, something else is uh, written related to like the few more objects or the class definition, right? So that cannot be done using the regular methods. uh, that can be done using the constructor only, right? So again, I am repeating, constructors are unlike Java methods, right? Sorry, and constructors are similar to Java method, but the difference is that they cannot be used for the memory initialization, or they cannot be used to create the object, right? So in this sentence, I have said two things. Important thing is that, and this can be asked in the interviews as well, right? What actually happens when the object of a particular class is created? I hope you remember what is the object, everyone,
Yes.
right? uh, Ria, Achita, I will not ask Priyanka. I'm not sure
Yes.
if she has done that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we have created one object, right? Which is in the line number 7. Con object is equal to new constructors. Okay. Now, on that, in that session, I have said that whenever the new object is created, or we create a new object, something has happened. Something is happening at the backend or at the compiler level. Can you recall? Anyone can recall that?
Sorry, didn't get you.
See, when we have discussed about the objects, creating the objects, I have told you about what happens in the backend at the in the compiler, at the compiler level. Can anyone repeat that or recall that? Even I have just recalled it, right? In one or two sentences, I have just said this.
So basically, object help us to call a method from other program.
No. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. What is the use of this, the object? Uh, what actually happens when object is actually created? See, to create the object, what is the syntax? First, we write the class name, then the object name is equal to new, And at the last, what do we write over here? We write the name of the constructor of that particular class. Okay. So again, I have said that constructors are similar to method. Only difference is that cannot be used, constructors can be used to initialize all the class member variables, right? And it also helps in allocating the memory at the compile level, right? So please remember this: whenever you are creating any object, or whenever a constructor is, so ultimately whenever you are creating an object, you are calling a constructor. So when a constructor is called, runtime uses the data type of all the variables you have declared in a particular class to determine that how much memory will be needed to execute or to initialize the contents of the class, right? So this is one of the interview question that may ask by the interviewer, right? Okay, so please remember this. And now let's go back to the constructor. Constructor is the similar to Java method. When I say Java method, what is the syntax? In the previous session only we have covered. What will be the syntax for the Java method? What we define, what we write in in this one. For any method, let's say I want to create one method, then what will I write?
Public whatever function.
What is public? What is public?
Public is access specifiers.
Access modifiers. Okay.
Access modifiers, yeah.
Access modifier that we write. Okay. If we don't specify it, then
it's default.
Then it's default. Right. Here we have defined public. Then what? Then the next line is next keyword. Next, what do we write?
Function name.
Okay. Function name. Yes, obviously we need to write the function name. Function, not the method name. Right. But before that,
if you want that some value get written, then the type of it.
Return type. Right.
Yeah. Correct.
If it doesn't return anything, then
Void.
Right. And if it returns something, then the data type of that. Okay. And then after we give the method name. Right. So you know the methods, right? But for the constructors, you need to remember only a single thing, that the constructor name should be this
Same as class name.
Same as class name. So here our class name is constructors, right? So it will be just constructor. Right now default is public. Sorry, the accessibility is public. Then I don't want it to be public. I can just make it the default one. So it is accessible when within the same package or by inherited class, right? Okay. Now, what is the importance of constructor? I'm repeating the same thing, but with different question. You should get the idea. What is the importance of constructor? In the definition itself, I've told definition and the benefits, whatever you say, I have told. What is the importance of constructor? or what is the need of the constructor? We can have the regular Java methods, right? Why? But why constructors? To initialize something, to create the object, to create the instance of a class, constructors are needed. Same thing, right? I think I have said this. I have said this in the definition.
Okay.
Haven't I? Haven't I?
Yes.
Only Udit is speaking. What about others? Archita, Riya, Priyanka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the importance of the constructor, that to initialize the values of the class variables, right? And to create the objects, to create the instance of a class. So please remember this. And this is the constructor syntax. How constructors are different from the methods in Java? First thing, constructor must have the same name as the class name, right? While it is not necessary for the methods. Constructors do not return any type. Constructor do not return any type. Here you can see that I haven't written void, right? Even if it's not returning anything. While for the methods we need to specify, even if it's not, we need to specify void, even if it's returning something, right? For the constructor it's not necessary. And even though it is not returning anything else, it just helps in creating the object. And the last thing, we don't call constructors. We don't call constructor means our program we do not specify, or we do not tell the compiler when to call the constructor, right? Constructors are called only at the time of object creation by the compiler automatically, right? So whenever you create the object for a particular class, that default constructor will be called. Okay, so these are the 3 points, this is the difference between the Java methods and the constructor. I hope everyone is clear with that one, or should I write it down over here in this program?
Yeah. If you write it down, that would be great.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. First, constructors must have the same name as the class name, right? For the Java methods, it's not necessary. You can give any name, right? Constructors do not return any type or value, while for the methods we need to specify void as well, void, even if it doesn't return any value. Okay, and the last one was
We do not need to call constructor specifically.
yes, correct. Constructors are called by compiler when we create the objects. We don't call the we don't call the constructors, right? Okay, this is about the definition and theoretical part for the compiler. Now I have listed down that how we can sorry, and you know the syntax as well, right? You have to just specify the same name. Okay, now let's see that not okay. Let's type something and see if the constructor is actually called when when object is created. Okay, fine. It should print this constructor is called, correct? When we run this file, since in the main method I have called the constructor, it should print. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
But for calling constructor, do we need to define object?
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't create the if you don't again, we are not calling the constructor. Constructors are automatically called by the compiler. Let's say that I don't write this. Okay, I don't write this. Then what will happen? Print from main method.
That will get print, right?
That will print. But how it will get printed?
Because it is inside the main method. So
Okay,
main
but
method
how
will
the
be called by
compiler or the JVM knows that I need to call this method only, and then after I need to run this class only.
Because whatever mentioned inside the main method, that will be called automatically by the compiler, right?
By the JVM,
Yeah,
right? By the JVM in the compiler. But how, my question was, how JVM will know that I need to call the main method of this class constructor? How JVM will know?
I think by default we are calling, I mean, Java compiler is called constructor whether we it or not.
Yes, whether we define it or not or don't define it, there is a default constructor that Java compiler automatically creates, right, during the execution of program. That is called the default constructor, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is about the default constructor. So if you have explicitly specified constructors in your class, then that will be called. Along with the default one, right?
Okay, so we don't need to write, we don't need to create an object to call this constructor.
For the default one, yeah, for the default one we do not need. For the default one, we don't need to create this one, right? And even if you create, let's say there isn't any constructor I have defined, right? And still I create the object. Still I create the object. Then also it is allowed. How it is allowed? Because default constructor is already present, which will initialize the value of the class variables. But yeah, before jumping on the default one, let's clear the concept about the constructors which we create and the default one. Okay, fine. That will be the best way to clear the things out. Okay, so here it should constructor is called should get printed. Okay, fine. हो गया ना print, right? So whatever you write, that will be printed
And what
over
if
here.
we comment this object? It will not print constructor is called, right?
Let's see that.
Correct. Okay.
Correct. Right? Here, default constructor is called, not the one which we have defined. Right? In the default constructor, what is the purpose of default constructor? To initialize the, and the purpose of any constructor is to initialize something. To initialize something, right? When it's not defined, it initialized based on the class variables or the class fields, right? Okay. So this constructor, okay. Now, use of this constructor. Let's create one variable string training name. Okay, and when this constructor is called, let's assign now. Training name is, how can I access the training name? Can I? I cannot.
Because function name and variable name both are same, right?
Where?
Private string training name, and here training name equals to. Okay, we are just initializing. Okay.
Yes. To access this, I need to use the object. What's the object name over there? An object dot training name, right? See, this has been, so whenever whenever we will create the object in this scenario, whenever we create the object, the training name will be set to Java tutorial, right? Well, let's say even if I created this object, con object, and few more objects, con object 1, con object 2, or whatsoever, right? Every time it will set the value of the variable training name to Java tutorial, right? So here inside the constructor, we are initializing the value of the variable training name. Please focus on that part, that constructors are used to initialize the values of the class variables, right? So here we are initializing the value of the variable training name. Now,
So Nilesh, one question might be out of course, but this is the same way we use an object-based model, right? By defining object somewhere, we call it here, right? This is the similar
right.
concept.
Yeah, this is the similar concept.
Okay.
Okay, this is a similar concept. So here the thing is that sometimes you need to initialize something at the bigger level, right? So this is just the small program, but when you create the framework, for example, when you create the page object model, for example, at that time you need to manage the web browser instance in such a way so that Chrome browser or any browser is not launched whenever a page factory class is being used or a particular method is called, a methods from different classes is called, right? You need to make sure of that, right? So how you will do it? what the simple method is that you initialize the WebDriver value inside the constructor. You assign some value to the WebDriver in each of the page objects, right? Or each of the class, not page object, or in each of the class where you have defined the methods, right? So you don't need to pass the WebDriver in each method. I think you have asked this question to me, right? 2 days ago.
Yeah, that
Yes,
I
right. That you need to pass WebDriver in each method, right? So to avoid that, you can do this. You can use the constructors for each class where you have created the methods, and when you create the object of that class, in that one you just assign the or initialize the value of the WebDriver, right? So that way it will be easier for you to maintain, or that will be the easier way for you to use the WebDriver.
yeah, I resolved that issue
Yeah.
by maintaining WebDriver at global level and
Yeah.
create different functions and call it in the main method.
Yes. Okay. Now, so this type of constructor is called no argument constructor. No argument constructor. Okay. For the constructor, we can set the accessibility. We can use the access modifiers, right? But we cannot. We don't set any return types, and we don't have the and we have to give the same name, right? That's it. Okay. If I mark this, if I want this constructor to be private, then I can do it. There isn't any harm. Okay, in doing this one. So when we mark this as the constructor, what's the meaning of that? This one? What happens for the private ones? From where I can access?
With the use of object inside the another class, we need to create one object and we can
No, no,
access.
no. I am talking about the private variables. Private variables or private fields or private methods. Where can I access private methods or private variables?
Inside the particular class.
Inside the same class. Inside the same class, right?
Same class where you defined it.
Inside the same class, right? You cannot access private variables outside the class. So here
Outside
you can see that at line number 13, the constructor is the accessibility for the constructor is private. So I cannot access it in another class. Okay. If I'm fine.
Yes. If not, if we make it public, then it can be used, right? Without any access space. Access mode.
Yes. It's all about the access modifier. Second type of constructor is the parameterized constructor. As see, you need to link with the methods. We can pass the parameters in the methods as well. Same way we can pass the parameters to the constructor as well. As I have said that the constructors are the similar to Java method, right? So if I want to pass some variables or parameters to the constructor, then I can do it, right? So let's just think name, right? Then training name is equal to name. Okay, I can do that. This is how you can just pass the and can anyone help me on how this will be printed when I run this class? What should I do so that this is printed? This constructor is called. What should I do in my class so that this constructor is called and this training name, automation training, is printed in the console? What should I do? See, this is the reason.
We
Yes,
are
Sudhir.
So in above constructor, we have this string name, and below we are mentioning string name equals to name, right? And already we have given training name equals to Java tutorial.
I want, what my purpose is that I want this constructor to be called. Okay, I want this constructor to be called, and I want this to be printed in my output. Right now, if I do this, it will not print. Who says it will print? Okay, who is in favor के ये print होगा और बाकी नहीं होगा?
But in the main method, we are still we still have the object of the first constructor.
Okay. So this will be printed or not? So what should I do so that this gets printed? The whatever written in line number 38. What should I do?
We should, with the use of object, we should call this function.
Object of
Another class one, method of another class.
where should I write it?
After this, whatever system.out.println training name is after that one.
Inside the main method of the
Inside the
public
memory.
class.
Yes.
Okay, right. See, this is one of the main reason that you should do the assignments for a practice, right?
Yes.
Okay, and this is how you will have the good experience on writing a program or developing a testing framework. If you don't do the assignment or don't do the practice, you will stuck. You're stuck, right? See, I believe that Udit, I'm sure that Udit hasn't done the practice assignments. I'm very much sure of that. But since he is already working on some automation framework, right? He is able to answer that, right? So if you also do the same thing, then you will be able to answer that as well. It's not just about that ki, haan, bhai, session we have attended the training, then that's it. Okay.
No, Neeraj, I have also started the assignment. Yeah, please.
Yeah, but you haven't submitted, na? You haven't submitted, so I'll
I have few
consider
doubts.
that as
I have-
you. So I'll
Yeah,
consider
I
that as you
have few
haven't done.
doubts. I need to
Right?
connect with you for that. Yeah.
Sorry.
I have few questions in the program, so I will connect with you for that, and I will complete. Don't worry.
Okay, then fine. But till now, I'll till you submit the assignment, I'll consider that as the not done.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can consider
for
not
everyone,
done, but
for
it is in
everyone, for
progress. It is in
not for you only, for everyone, right? जब तक सबमिट नहीं कर दे तब तक थोड़ी ना कर सकते हैं, राइट? आपने पढ़ाई कर ली, बट जब तक आप असाइनमेंट एग्जाम नहीं दोगे या कुछ करोगे नहीं, उसका आउटपुट आपको नहीं मिलेगा ना, राइट? तब तक आपको पता नहीं चलेगा कि आप कितने पानी में हो, राइट? ठीक है, आपको ना सही किया नहीं किया पता नहीं चलेगा, राइट? एंड द क्वेश्चंस आई एम आस्किंग इज टाइप ऑफ एग्जाम टू यू ओनली, राइट? सो उससे पता चलता है कि दैट वेदर यू हैव डन एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस और नॉट. ओके, so yeah, again I'm back to the constructors. So yeah, I need to create the object of this class, another class 1, class object is equal to new another class 1 and class of dot. I'll ask one more question to everyone. Done?
So Nirvesh,
Hmm?
as we discussed last time, for static methods, we don't need to create object, right? So
Right.
when we do not mention any public, any access modifiers. In that case, by default, it will consider public only.
Again, please repeat.
For example, we have created this void method of another class, right?
Hmm.
Function. So
Hmm.
before void, we have not mentioned any access modifier,
Right.
right? So
Hmm.
can we not call directly another class one dot a method another class like that? Because if it is static, we don't need to mention any object.
Yeah,
Correct?
we can call it using the class name. Okay.
Yeah. In this scenario, we have not mentioned any
We
public
haven't specified any access modifier. When we
right.
don't specify any access modifier, which modifier is applied?
Default.
Let him speak. Sorry, Achita or Ria. But yeah,
Okay.
default
So
access modifier is applied.
yeah,
And when the default access modifier is applied, where we can access it?
inside the we can access with the use of object only. We cannot
No,
directly
no, no,
access.
no, no. I mean, where I can access, not with the object or not like that. हम कहाँ से access कर, तो कोई भी default variables हो या methods हो, उसको हम कहाँ पर access कर सकते हैं in my project, throughout the project. If I want to access this class, this method, this default method, then can I access it in some other package or in some other class of some other package? Can I access that?
I'm
Now
not
everyone
sure.
can answer, huh? Just go. You're not sure?
No.
सेशन में तो कवर किया था.
Yeah, I forgot that part.
हाँ नहीं, उत्तरायण जो आ गई बीच में, संक्रांत.
I think
Default variables can be accessed in. Okay, before I speak, anyone wants to give the answer? Riya,
Within the
Akshita?
same package.
Within the same class, yeah.
Sorry, at the time only one person. Who wants to go first? Okay, let's go alphabetically. Archita,
Within the same package.
within the same package. Okay. Riya?
Yeah, and we can use it within the same class as well.
Okay, same class as well. And one more thing left. Same package, non-subclass. Here it is the non-subclass. We haven't covered the concept of the inheritance yet, but this class is not inheriting the property of this class, this constructor one. So this becomes the non-subclass of the same package, right? And the non-subclass means this as well, online training as well. If I want to access that method, then I can access it here as well by just creating the object of that one. right?
Yes.
Another class 1, CLS 1 is equal to another class 1, and here this one dot, sorry, method of another class, right? I can access it. Correct. If it has been protected, then still I can access because it is in the same package. If it is in the another package, then I won't be able to access it, right? Okay. Since it's the non subclass, we'll cover about these in the inheritance as well. Don't worry about that. I'm just
Okay.
reminding you this thing. Okay.
Yes.
Don't get if you are confused, then please let me know. Priyanka, hello, you there? She left. Yes, she is there. Okay, okay, let's leave it. Okay, but yeah, let's not get confused with that one. Okay, let's go back to the constructor. Okay, another question is that how we can improvise this one. इतना गोल घुमाने की क्या जरूरत है? How we can improvise this one? In the main method, I created another class, and from that I am calling this one. How can I call this constructor from this class only? How can I do that?
By creating an object of
Where
this
should I create the
constructor.
object? Where should I create the object? You can specify the line number
In the main method only.
in the main method only. Correct. Yes, just create.
Like
Just
37 line we can copy over there.
yes, copy this and then that's it, right?
Yes.
ये कौन लिखेगा?
Yeah.
Name is parameter constructor. Okay, now I'll just comment this one, and again then as well it will call this one. Okay, fine. So whatever value I wanted to set, I have set it. So it's not like that you have to just pass the single parameter. You can pass the multiple parameters as well. Okay, I'll create few more objects, right, for better explanation that whatever value has been set is printed. And selenium. So every time the value gets changed. So the meaning of this one is that for the very sorry, meaning of this one is that value of training name is automation training, whenever the object con object 1 is used. Whenever value of training name is Selenium training, whenever con object 2 is used. So it is linked. So it is linked. The value is linked with the object instance, whatever we have used. Okay. In the class and all and object sessions, we have discussed that आप चाहे जितने भी objects create कर लो, values will be linked with that object only, whatever the object you create. So same applies in the constructor as well. Okay, whatever the value you initialize, and the value of training name will be Java and Selenium training for the con object 3. Okay, whenever this con object 3 is being used. I hope everything is clear. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, here we have implemented one OOPS concept from line number 13 to line number 22. One concept which we discussed in the last session. Can anyone recall?
Method overloading.
Correct, method overloading. But here what we call?
With and without argument.
No, that is the overloading. No? Here what we will call? What we have overloaded?
Constructor overloading.
So it's the constructor overloading. So it's not like that you will have just one constructor per class. You can define as many as constructor as you want. It's based on the requirement, right? This is similar to Java method overloading. We can also create 2 or more constructors with different parameter. This is called constructor overloading. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, clear.
So should I go in detail for the constructor overloading, or this is just fine?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Now, here I'll do some modification. Sorry. And I'll create one more method. Okay, what I have done. Can anyone explain this program? Ria.
Yes. I've used specifically this keyword.
Okay, I have used this keyword. But yeah, you if I tell you that, please explain me this program, then what this program does, what will you tell me?
I mean, so it will return the different using the so you have used a different constructor and it will return the training names.
Okay, it will return the training name. Okay, what else? Archita, do you want to try? Hello,
No, I
you
don't
don't
know
want
the
to try?
answer.
Okay, fine, you don't want to try. Udit?
So basically, this program have two constructor and one method. So one is without argument, one is with argument. So in main method, when program get run, first it will print constructor is called in second automation training as we are passing the value. Second one selenium one, and last method will be called and that value will be print. As we have used this keyword, uh, I don't know exact how it works, but it will print all the values with.
Don't worry about this keyword. I'll tell you about this keyword. Other than this, other than that.
Yeah, so basically our constructor and method value will be print when we execute the program.
Okay, correct. Everything is correct. What Udit has said. Only additional thing I will say that here both the constructor initialize the value of variable training name with different values based on the parameter passed during the object creation. Different constructors are called and different values are assigned. I have said the same thing which Udit has said, but in different way, in proper way, proper technical way, right? Based on the parameter passed during the object creation, different constructors are called and different values are assigned. This is how you answer in the interview, for example. That's it, nothing. So that the interviewer doesn't get confused. Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
Right? Okay. So try to keep it simple, right? So okay, fine. Here I have used this keyword. Shall we go ahead? It's 10:39. Shall we go ahead?
Yeah, that's fine. We can finish this.
Finish this. Okay. Mm, this keyword, this we can finish this. Training name is Java and Selenium training, right? Okay. As I have said that I have used this keyword. Okay. So in Java, this keyword is used to refer. Okay. Let me know. I should not answer this. I have executed this program, right? I have executed this program. You have the output as well. You can see the output as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what you will say that? What why I have used this keyword and what is the use of this keyword? you can see the output, right? The
Yeah, it is
difference.
helping us to get this training name is.
Sorry.
This training name is value is getting print every time, correct?
Right. Yes.
So this keyword is helping us to print that one.
No, not no. Let's not discuss about the printing one. Let's discuss about the assigning one. Let's focus on the bigger picture. Okay. Let's focus on the bigger picture. How what value is set when particular something is called, and how that value is set.
So the con object one, in line number 32, like 28 and 29, it's pretty clear. So if we talk about 32, then we are calling get training.
Okay, that is also about calling a method. No,
So
we are
calling a
discuss. We
method,
have.
but
Let's focus on this keyword. THIES.
yeah, but it is
Selected.
taking like automation training value. It is taking the second time, it is taking automation training value. So it means this constructor is called.
Okay, a constructor is called every time.
But
That is done, right? Whenever we create the object, constructor will be called.
so unless we'll not get inside, then how will come to know that this is referring to this particular value? I mean, we need to go to that constructor, right? So that's what I'm saying, that 31 will call that constructor.
Yeah,
And we are
31
referring
will
that
call that
value.
constructor, and in that, what we have done, we have
Um,
said this dot training name is equal to training name, right?
Yes.
This is
Okay.
helping us to getting a value for this training name because we have defined string training name, correct? The variable.
Sorry, repeat. Can you please, Udit? Sorry, Udit. Can you please repeat?
This is helping us to get a value for training name because we have defined this string training name variable, correct? And we are using it inside the constructor. So this is helping us to redirect to our defined variable.
Yes. Now, let me clear. So, whenever, when you will implement the automation script, right? So there are times where you need to have or you'll get confused in giving the variable name, right? And it will be mostly like that you have given the same name to the in the class at the class level as well, and the same name at the method level as well, in the parameter level as well. So at that time you need to define that which variable to be referred, right? At that time we need to tell the compiler that yes, at this line of value the variable of the variable of a method should be used, or the variable declared at the class should be used. That we need to define, right? That we need to tell this to the constructor. Hello.
Yes, Nilesh.
I'm
Someone making it.
trying to understand. I
Okay.
couldn't process.
Okay, fine. Let's focus on line number 11.
Okay.
What is the variable name?
String name. Sorry, training name.
String training name. Now let's focus on the parameter defined in line number 18.
Kind of same string training name.
Kind of same name. It's same.
Like it's same, but we
It's
have
same.
declared in constructor.
The name is same, right?
Yeah.
So let's forget that we have declared this in the constructor. Let's focus that it is defined in some method. Constructor is also similar to method,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
It is one of the parameter, whether it's declared in the constructor or it's declared in the method, but it has the same name as the class member, as the class level variable. Okay.
Yes.
So here at line number 18, what will be the scope of this variable? This will be the limited to this only. Okay.
Yes.
And what will be the scope of this training name? It will be at the class level. I can access it anywhere throughout the anywhere inside the class. Correct?
Yes.
Now, when we use this dot training name, this keyword, it means that I will be using the variable. I will be using the class variable, which is linked with the particular object. अगर मैं ऐसे ही कर दूं, ट्रेनिंग नेम इज इक्वल टू ट्रेनिंग नेम, तो क्या हो जाएगा? It will refer to the method variable or the parameter. But I want the whatever the value is passed, that should be stored at the class level variable. Then this dot training name. So whenever you have the same name for the variables, right, in your program, to access the class level variable, we use this keyword. This is the simple explanation. This is the simple explanation of this
So
keyword.
in 19 line, when we are writing this dot training name, it means we are referring to the 11th line variable.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay. Additionally, what this keyword will do, it will refer the current object. It means that at line number 31, this constructor is called, right? This constructor is called, and it will assign the automation training name to this variable training name. So particular this keyword is used to refer to the current object inside a method or a constructor. जो ऑब्जेक्ट आपने यूज किया है उसको रेफर करने के लिए it uses the object you have called or you have created. इसके साथ ये सारा लिंक होगा, इसके साथ ये वेरिएबल लिंक होगा. when we have used con object 2 for this dot training name, it has printed Selenium training, java.selenium training. This means current class का reference, current class का reference, sorry, not current class, current object का reference. जो ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है उसके रेफरेंस में उसके इस वेरिएबल की वैल्यू ये है in simple terms. Clear or still issue?
Clear for me.
Others?
Yeah.
I can add few more things as well, right? Okay, let me add few more things about reference. This reference, okay. This I have just printed this, and when I create the object, I shouldn't have called this method. I'm repeating, this keyword is used to refer to the current object. This keyword is used to refer to the current object inside the method or in the constructor. यहाँ पर
Different.
एड्रेस, यहाँ पर क्या प्रिंट हुआ? Some address,
Some
right? Some address. What is this? 372 something. And outside the construct, outside this, or when I printed the object name, what it has printed? It has printed the same thing. So instead of so I cannot write the object name inside the class. Oh, sorry, inside the method. Correct? Because I don't know what will be the object name. आप कोई भी method create करते हो, right? How you call that method? Using the object. So you don't know that what will be the object name over here at line number 19, right? So what you will use? You use this. So this refers the करंट ऑब्जेक्ट, जिस ऑब्जेक्ट से कॉल हुआ है उसको वो रेफर करेगा और उसके साथ वो वैल्यू असाइन करेगा. दैट्स इट, सिंपल.
Okay.
ओके रिया?
Yeah.
Yep, clear. Priyanka, I'm not sure if she is there or not. Hello? She is attending, but yeah, fine. Okay. So whenever you have the whenever you have the same name variables, like one variable at the class level and one variable at the method level, you use this keyword. That's it. The reason for this is that in Java it is not allowed to declare two or more variable with the same name inside a specific scope. Either it's the class scope or the method level scope. However, I have said one thing, that in Java it is not allowed to declare two or more variable having the same name inside a class or inside a method. However, we have created, but where we have created, so where it is allowed, it is allowed at the parameter level, right? And at the class level.
So
Parameters में और यहाँ पर आप नेम सेम रख सकते हैं, but at the class level, अगर I cannot have string training name one more time, right? I cannot have this. Even I cannot have the same over here, integer a, for example. I cannot have this, right, at the method level.
So Nirvesh, this keyword can be used if we define variable at class level or at parameter level. Is there any specific?
If it has the same name, right? So generally, to avoid the ambiguity, we use this keyword.
Okay.
Okay. So otherwise, you can directly assign the value in the constructor, like we did at the start of the session. We did assign the value directly, right, for the class variables.
Yes.
Right. If you don't have any conflicts in and if you don't have the same name for like the parameter name and the class variable name is not the same, then you can directly assign it. There's no need to use this. Okay.
Okay.
So what will happen? Basically, let me tell you the actual situation. What happens in this one is that if I don't use this training name, let's do this, right? Training name. So what will happen? We want to see what will happen to get better idea on this one. This is not training name. Okay, fine. What's the value it got?
null.
Null. It should have the proper value, right? Automation
Right.
training, Selenium training, Java and Selenium training. It should have.
Right.
Here, what has happened? The instance variable, that means the class variable, and the parameter have the same name, right? So the Java compiler is confused due to name ambiguity. In that situation, we use this keyword. I hope this is better example to clear the usage of this keyword, right? Hello,
Yes.
right? I hope this should clear now. This should clear now about this keyword, right? And when we use this keyword, Java compiler will know which variable we are talking about. Okay? Or which variable we are currently referring. Clear? Okay? Now we got the expected output. Fine? So mainly, this keyword is used to get or set some value. Here in the constructor, we have set the value. Here in the constructor, we have set the value, and in this method, we get the value. This is the setter method. Constructor is the setter method, and the get training name is the getter method. So mostly this keyword is used in the getter and setter method to assign an value. So we have used this keyword to assign value inside the setter method and to access the value inside the getter method. Okay, fine, clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay, fine. So I think this is it for today's session. Any doubt? Okay, about this keyword, Abhivika, hai. If you want, I can repeat the same thing one more time. If you are still not sure about this keyword, don't worry, no one will ask you anything about this keyword in the interview. Okay, but yeah, this is important. This is important lesson. Since you will be using that in one of the frameworks or at the framework level. Okay. Hello.
Okay. Thank you, Nirvesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Nothing, na? Okay. So yeah, I'll upload this session on YouTube. Okay. Please refer it if you have any difficulty in that one. Okay. In the next session, we will be covering inheritance. Today, that will be tomorrow. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay then. Thanks everyone. Thanks. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.